You're listening to WRUULP, Savannah, Georgia, 107.5 FM, WRUU.org. We are Savannah Soundings, community radio with global soul.
Good morning, Savannah. How is everybody? This is Wayne Waters. You're listening to Savannah Lexicon on WRUULP. We are streaming online live from the heart of downtown Savannah. And Savannah Lexicon, a show designed to inform the listener about important social, political, and cultural issues that shape Savannah, as well as about opportunities to experience things in and around this beautiful city that might bring an added measure of grace and joy to your life. We talk often with social service organizations, cultural organizations, educational organizations, and the like, but today is mostly about fun. Today is about some beautiful music from Ricardo Ochoa and Velvet Caravan. If you guys have not heard them, you're in for a treat. If you have heard them, you know the treat that you're in for. And so we're going to give them the whole hour, and we'll have some good music. We'll probably take a couple of breaks along as we go, but just very short, quick things. But we are glad to have you today for Savannah Lexicon. Ricardo, how you doing?
Good. How are you? Good morning, man. And just to clarify, it is Velvet Caravan. I'm just one of the side guys. I just have the biggest mouth in the group. So I mean, yes. I feel weird sometimes when they say Ricardo Ochoa and Velvet Caravan because I'm just a side guy to this guy.
All right.
But it's
all right. That's a good point. That's a good point. But you will be the spokesman because we can't have everybody talking. So somebody's got to kind of step up and be the guy. But you're right. Good note. I appreciate that.
Well, thanks for having us, man. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, well, we are so glad to have you on. Those of you who listened a while back, just before Christmas, Ricardo was on with
Yvonne Johnson, from the Philharmonic Orchestra,
the Savannah Philharmonic right before the Christmas show, and that was quite a pleasure. Let me go ahead and say, Ricardo, am I correct that you're going to have a show?
We are having a show next week here in Savannah.
I'm sorry. Yeah, let me get to that. You're talking about the band show, but I'm talking about a show here on the station. Are you playing?
Sure.
No. I thought you had been talking with somebody about doing a show yourself.
Of course. Yeah. We are in the design process to have a radio show, talk show that is going to be Eric Culberson and myself, and we're going to be inviting some guests and having some interesting talks here, and it's going to be a lot of fun. For those who know Eric Culberson, is one of the best blues players here in Savannah, and him and I have been friends for a long time, but we also battle each other quite a bit. So it's going to be an interesting talk show.
All right, and we are talking about here on
WRUU.
Okay, I thought I'd lost my mind there for a minute. All right, so good. That's going to be a great show that'll be coming up before long as a regular show here on WRUU. Now, I rudely interrupt you, forgive me, but you were talking about the fact that Velvet Caravan has a show here in Savannah coming up. Tell us about that.
Sure thing. It's next week. It's on Thursday, February 16th at Trinity United Methodist Church.
Okay.
And that has become home base to us. We have our practice studio there as well. And it's a great venue. It's an acoustic venue. It's used by the Savannah Music Festival for chamber music concerts. It's used by the Stopover Music Festival as well, and of course they have the Opry show once a month there. So it's becoming quite of a community building, and they're doing a great thing there, and nice. We appreciate them. And it's gonna be a great concert. And this concert on Thursday night, February 16th at 7:30. We're bringing our hope to be future guitarist, and he's here with us this week, and so he's here, Jimmy Grant, and we've been rehearsing yesterday, and we're going on tour today up to Pennsylvania, and then we'll be back to do that show here in Savannah, and then we'll keep going to Florida where we have all the shows too.
Okay, where in Pennsylvania?
We're going to the World Cafe Live. It's in Philadelphia, and then we're going to Lancaster to Millersville University Art Center there.
Okay, excellent. But the show here on the 16th.
Yeah, and that will be a very different, unique show. Of course, we're going to be playing music by Jimmy, so new music that we have, and we have 2 guest singers, Rebecca Flaherty, which is a fantastic opera singer. She's going to be doing some very unique things with us. And then we have Stan Ray from The Accomplices. He's the percussionist and one of the singers in The Accomplices, and he has a fantastic R&B voice, and so we're doing some interesting stuff as well. I mean, it's putting all of us outside our comfort zone, including ourselves, and then the singers. So we're doing some cool music.
Well, that's a good thing, being outside the comfort zone sometimes. That's good. Yeah. All right. I know people listening are just dying to have you guys play, and I do want to have you play for sure. But real quickly before we get going here, why don't you introduce the band to us? And
Sure. Yeah. Well, it's the 5 of us here today. We have on accordion, we have Jared Hall, and playing accordion. He usually plays piano and Hammond organ. He's a Hammond organ is represented by Hammond organ. So it's but he brought his accordion because we couldn't fit the organ here.
Yes.
We got Jesse Monkman on percussion. Great percussionist, a marimba player, also plays with me in this Philharmonic. He brought his smallest cajon so we can all fit here. So.
Okay.
We got Eric Dunn on bass, in upright bass, and a lot of you know Eric Dunn, right? It's the charming face of...
Howdy, Savannah. How you doing?
There's Eric.
And of course from Oakland, California, and hope to be another Savanian very soon, Jimmy Grant playing guitar, gypsy jazz guitarist. And we're very excited to play with him, so he's here sitting right next to me as well. So that's the band.
Excellent. Okay, you guys ready to play a little something?
Yeah, we're gonna play a piece by Jimmy Grant that we started practicing yesterday, so he's very fresh.
All right.
And we hope to. So if you hear some mistakes, he'll be better next week because we're gonna be playing it all weekend.
No, there will be no mistakes.
This song is called Bunica, and it means grandfather, right?
Yeah, in Romanian.
In Romanian, yeah, that's correct. So here we go with Bunica by Jimmy Grant.
1, 2, 1, 2, 4.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm talking about. That's it. That's some of that gypsy jazz, we might say, which, by the way, I've heard it referred to as gypsy jazz. I've also heard it referred to, and you got to love this one, European redneck music with a classical influence.
Oh, man.
Right? I don't know.
I've never heard that.
Classic European redneck.
I came across that. I don't know who said it or who pegged it that way, but I did come across that.
We're the founders of that genre. So.
Yes. I would imagine. Well, how do you describe it? I mean, it is something it's you can't put this in a box, really, but how do you describe it in general?
Well, the influences that we have within the group are pretty significant. So, starting with the guitar and the guitarist, he plays gypsy music and gypsy jazz. So he brings that to the core, Yes. Then you combine that with the violin, it gives it that, flavor, sort of classical flavor in there. Mm-hmm. But hey, we got an accordion in this case today. But when we play with piano and organ, it has that flavor, that honky-tonk flavor, an American honky-tonk in there. Southern feel to it that is accompanied by our bass player who's from Savannah originally, so he got that southern flavor and sort of rock and roll. But then we have percussion instruments from Latin America. And, of course, my personal influence being Venezuelan, So we combine that Latin American music into it. So that whole salad of different flavors and it brings it into some kind of description that is accurate to say European redneck music.
Well, whatever you call it, it sounds good, and it just kind of makes your heart beat a little faster and pump a little harder, I think, man.
Cool.
That's good stuff. Have you got something else? You ready to go?
We haven't even thought about what to play next, but
okay.
But you want to talk to one of the other guys? You want to see what they have to say?
Yeah. All right, let's bring up. That's a good idea.
Then I'll talk to the rest of them.
I like it. Okay. Well, yeah. Let's. One of the guys
I'll introduce you to Jared. Jared Hall. He's
Jared. Yeah,
cool.
You want to come on up and?
Hey there. Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning to you. How you doing?
Doing great.
Man, that's a good looking accordion there.
This is Old Blue here. So.
Old Blue. Well, it is blue. If the listeners could see it, they would see a very kind of nice looking medium blue with some nice ivories on there. Good looking thing.
It was it was staring at me from a pawn shop window, and so I had to have it. So.
Is that right? Now you're a Texas guy, right?
Well, originally from the Midwest, from Iowa.
Oh, okay.
And then I moved to Austin, Texas after that.
All right, Austin, Texas. That's where I had you. Okay.
Spent some time in Austin and touring with several bands, doing the Americana scene there.
Great music scene in Austin, that's for sure.
Absolutely, yeah. Had a great time there. Did a lot of stuff with a few folks we've actually worked with here. Colin Gilmore, son of Jimmy Dale Gilmore.
Oh, yeah,
He's his keyboardist for a while.
Okay.
And still play with him every so often, and we just recently collaborated with Colin. Brought him to town and did a tour with Colin Gilmore with Velvet Caravan accompanying him. It was really fun.
Nice.
So.
Nice. Yeah.
So, again, we're diving into all kinds of different genres here, so it's fun.
And you've been here how long?
Well, I think going on 6 years now. So,
okay.
Yeah, we moved here. My wife took a job with Armstrong as a professor out there. She teaches voice in the music department.
May not be Armstrong much.
What do we call it at this point?
But,
Yes, exactly.
But yeah. Okay, and so did you say she's a music?
Yeah, she teaches voice. She's an opera singer.
Oh, wow.
And teaches voice out there and other such classes, diction, training future singers and educators.
Okay, excellent. So about 6 years. So you've clearly fallen in love with the city.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Right away, of course, too. But
doesn't take long.
Not at all. Yeah, this is we didn't really want to leave Austin because it's a great mecca.
Yeah, well, I can understand that too. Yeah,
and we came and she did an interview here, and we checked out the city, and it just fell in love. And of course, it has that certain charm. It has that, and but once you get into the city and start to get to know everybody, it's just an amazing place to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It really comes down to the people. I mean, of course, the city is obviously drop dead gorgeous, and speaking of European influences, for instance, in the architecture and all that sort of stuff. But like any place, it really comes down to the people.
Absolutely, yeah.
There's some good people here. Well, thank you. All right, let's see. Who else can we?
We can play.
You can play? Okay, yeah. We'll play, and then we'll have another one of the guys come up when we take a brief break and just talk a little bit as well. Okay.
Good. So in this tune, we combine 2 tunes into this short little set, and of course we play primarily, or in essence, the music of Django Reinhardt, and guitarist Django Reinhardt, French or Belgian gypsy. And this first song is called Clair de Lune, and we're going to jump into another tune more. It's more Latin and it's newer, but it's also by a European composer, Dorado Smith. So this is Clair de Lune and then Bossa Dorado.
Okay. Bond. James Bond. All right, man, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. I mean, when's the last time you've heard somebody go off on an accordion like that? You know, I would say it was an accordion solo. I guess that wouldn't be accurate, but nevertheless, there was some serious keyboarding going on over there. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, yes, indeed. Okay, so, I mean, is some of this... Is some of this what you might be playing on the 16th, or are you going to be a completely different thing? Or
no, we'll do some of this stuff.
Okay.
I mean, it's we're still trying to figure out what to do. I mean, we want to always have the tunes that we've done and people really like, but we want to start introducing new songs and you know, do. I think sometimes bands make the mistake to play completely different shows all of a sudden, you know, and kind of throws off everybody.
Yeah.
But we're focusing only in fewer shows in Savannah as a band, as Velvet Caravan. You see me playing, and you see some of us playing around quite a bit, but as a show, as Velvet Caravan show, we are trying to limit ourselves to only 2 a year, maybe 3.
No. What? Why?
Well, you know, ticket sales. That's but so this is our spring show, and actually we just you'd be the first one to know, and your listeners will be the first one to know about our fall show, which is going to be on November 25th. That's the Saturday after Thanksgiving. And we're going to be at the Lucas Theater.
Nice.
And we're going to be with the Equinox Jazz and Jeremy Davis. Okay. So that's a local big band, you know, that travels quite a bit. So since we both have similar lives as bands, now they're a swing band, a full-on swing band, and I think we consider ourselves a little bit of a swing band.
Well, you guys swing, and no question about it.
So the interesting thing will be the collaborations that are going to come out of that, you know. So we do already have some arrangements. We've played with orchestras before, and so we have arranged music for orchestra, and we have arranged music for brass and us as well. So we're just going to go and review some of those charts and bring them to the plate with the Equinox Jazz. Of course, we'll do our own set. They'll do their set, but in between, we'll have a lot of collaborations and fun stuff to do together.
Well, let's keep in touch. We'll definitely get you back, just before that show.
Yeah, and get some of those guys in here, too.
Yeah, and get some of those guys, too. We'll have we'll have this whole place just packed. We almost have it packed today. Small studio, guys, if you're listening out there, small studio. Okay, can somebody else step up for a minute?
Yeah, how about Jimmy? I mean, Jimmy is the new one in the group. Yeah, the new guy. So he has a lot to say, and you know, sometimes it can be fun too.
I'm high.
How are you, Jimmy?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good. So you're the new guy. That's great. You happy to be in this talented group, I imagine?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Yeah. Do a lot of different things.
And where are you from now?
I live in Oakland, California.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're a long way.
I am a long way from home, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Are you moving here or are you staying there?
Well, yeah, we'll see. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we hope you
It all depends on how nice Ricardo is.
Okay. Well, I think
and Eric as well. So.
Yeah, but okay, both of them. Okay. Yeah. Well, that's good. Well, tell us a little bit about your musical background.
I play guitar. I like to play guitar.
Okay.
No, I started playing when I was about. I started playing guitar when I was about 15. I saw my dad was playing violin in a gypsy jazz group. And just from then, I just became obsessed with the music of Django Reinhardt.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, my parents put me through tons of counseling so I wouldn't play music. and then now I'm here. So it didn't work.
Well, I think we're probably glad it didn't work. Yeah. We're glad it didn't work. Yeah, that's good.
So but yeah, then I didn't have any musical training, like I didn't go to college for music or anything, but I just taught myself to play, and you know, when I see a musician I like, I try to get a lesson from them or whatever. But yeah, just, and then I've been playing. I have my own group out in California, and we tour a little bit and do performances out there. And then
what's your name?
The Jimmy Grant Ensemble.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's more traditional Django Reinhardt stuff. 2 guitars, violin, and bass.
Okay.
And yeah, and then I've been fortunate to tour the country with numerous groups as well. Like, yeah. So Rhythm Future Quartet and a band I don't want to talk about. And
okay. All right, we won't talk about it.
Yeah. But yeah, so yeah.
Well, good. Glad to have you, man. Welcome to Savannah. And
thanks for having me. It's nice here. It's sunny. It's not raining right now.
I know.
It's amazing.
Yeah. It's nice. It's almost spring again for the next day or two. Anyway.
Yeah.
And then it'll probably dip way down into the 50s probably.
Yeah. That'll be sad.
That's February in Savannah, Georgia. All right, good deal. Well, thank you, Jimmy.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, our pleasure. Believe me, our pleasure indeed. All right. I'll tell you what. Let's play. Let's play one more, and then we're going to take a brief break, and we'll come right back. But we'll go with one more before the break.
Okay. So minor swing song. So we're gonna do another Django Reinhardt tune.
Can't go wrong.
Yeah. So this is the one that him and Stefan Grappelli play quite often. Wrote it together. It's called Minor Swing.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
else are you going to wake up in the morning and tune in at 9 o'clock and hear some live Velvet Caravan music like this? Are you kidding me?
Nowhere.
Savannah Lexicon. That's where on WRUU, nowhere else. This is fantastic. All right. We do need to take a brief break, and we won't be gone long, so you just hang with us. And Velvet Caravan has got more to offer you here this morning. We're at about the halfway point. And so we will be back here very shortly. Hang on.
I'm going to get myself a pair of those.
I'm Wayne Waters, and I host Savannah Lexicon on WRUU-LP 107.5 FM every Wednesday from 9 to 10. Savannah Lexicon is a conversation with representatives of this city's social, political, and cultural organizations. Give it a listen every Wednesday morning, 9 to 10, here on WRUU-LP 107.5 FM. We are back, Savannah. And we are here this morning with Velvet Caravan. I do want to tell you that this portion of WRUU-LP Savannah Soundings programming is made possible by a grant from Weeks Consulting, offering strategic marketing, communications, issue advocacy, and community outreach services. More information available at 912-231-2252. And I also want to take a moment to let you know that next week at 9 o'clock on Savannah Lexicon, we are going to have the new director for the Savannah Book Festival, which is coming up February 16 through 19. So we want to hear about that, and that's going to be a good show as well. And now, as we get started here on the second half, we're going to have Jesse Monkman say hello, And Jesse, I hope you appreciate the fact that I've been helping you out over here on my thighs.
You're doing a great job.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm trying my best to keep it down as low as possible so I don't actually make any audible noise. But
so that was you.
When you guys play, you got to tap something or something. You just got to. It just comes out that way. All right. So, how's it going? You're from Boston, is that right?
Boston, originally from upstate New York, is where I grew up on a farm up there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to dearly hope that you're not a New England fan, but we'll pass that. We'll pass that by in case you are. But at any rate, so you grew up in upstate New York, though.
Yeah. I came from a relatively musical family. My parents had a farm, and it also was a renovated barn that was a dinner theater. So my father was a pianist and an organist, and my mother was a soprano singer. So
in the genes.
It's kind of how I grew up. So I really didn't know anything else.
That's a nice way to grow up, man.
Yeah.
I like that.
It's unique.
Yeah, I like that. And you went percussion.
I went percussion. Yeah, I just gravitated towards it when I was a kid, and
were you the kid out there just like beating whatever was around and
like milk buckets, whatever I could find. That was my early metronome, was the milking machine.
Yeah, I guess.
And you'd step in between two of them, and it'd be like a polyrhythm. It'd be really cool.
You just got if you listen for it, there's rhythm everywhere, right?
Yeah, you better believe it. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, nice.
So yeah, and I decided to gravitate towards percussion. I had a choice early on to either go jazz or to go classical, and classical was the way that I went, and I did orchestras for a long time, and I still do. And here I've come back to do. I never would have guessed to play in a gypsy jazz band, Well, so that's
good. Though.
Awesome.
That's
been
good.
A great experience.
I bet it has been. So how long have you been here?
Since 2008.
Okay.
Off and on. I left for 2 years to finish up a master's down in Lynn Conservatory. But I found my way back to these guys, so
good.
Things have been going strong, so it's awesome.
Good.
Yeah.
And you, but you originally had gone in towards classical.
I did. I mean, I grew up with a lot of classical, and I love Shostakovich and Mahler and Brahms, you name it, and I still do. But there's something. I mean, it's really nice being like a cog in a really large wheel, like creating music of genius. But there's also this self-expression that we do here with Velvet Caravan that really filled a void I think I had musically, where I couldn't, I can't exactly get up in a Shostakovich symphony and start improvising, It doesn't work. You get fired for some reason.
Yeah, that doesn't work well.
We're a bunch of jerks.
Yeah, I know. It's conductors, man.
Oh, man. Yeah, so, no conductor here.
No.
And you guys do. I mean, it's obvious. I mean, you guys do improvise a lot and just kind of play around with it and,
That's what gives it its flavor, and that's why I think people keep coming back, because it's always going to be a little bit different.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. The shows are fresh every time, because even if you're playing the same songs, it's probably somehow going to have a little different
flavor, different
flavor.
Solos, of course.
Yeah.
Somebody's drunker than others.
That has an effect as well. Yeah, I'm sure that dictates where the music
own
goes.
Self-expression, I guess.
I was drunk last night, not today.
All right. Well, thank you. We
Cool.
are so glad.
Thank you very much.
You are here as well. Now, we were going to take a minute and talk about maybe a tour and whatnot that you've got coming up, and of course, again here on the 16th in Savannah. And so, tell us a little bit about what's on the road here in the near future for you guys.
Yeah. So today we're driving up to Pennsylvania, and we actually have 3 shows there, and we're playing tomorrow night. We're playing at the live World Cafe Live, which is,
okay.
They're in NPR on Saturday nights, right?
Yeah.
So they do that. Our show is not one of the ones that is going to be broadcasted because they do it live on Saturday, so we're playing Thursday night.
Okay.
But it's a great venue. It's a great honor for us to be up there and do that. And the next date, we're going back we drive a little bit back south to Delaware, and we're doing a school show. So we'll be playing at a school.
That ain't very far south, brother, let me tell you. All right, but it's a little bit
45 minutes south.
a little bit south of where you will be, I
we
guess.
got a huge
Okay.
drive the next morning.
So we're playing at a school which we enjoy doing very much. We like working with kids and
great.
and telling them what we do and how they can do it well, and inspire them to get into music, not only just general music, but perhaps improvisation, perhaps other styles of music that is not just classical or why not. So we're
good.
That's the next day on Friday. And then on Saturday, we're going to Millersville, which is in Lancaster, the University of Millersville, and we're playing at their art center. So that's a show that's actually almost sold out already. So we're
nice. That's
stoked
good.
about that. That'll be fun. And then we're driving back to Savannah the next day. So we'll be here for the next week doing some rehearsals with the singers and playing our show here on Thursday. And the week after, we're going to Florida. So we'll be in Sarasota.
Okay. Going back north?
North of the equator. and then we're going to Bonita Spring. So we'll enjoy some hot weather down there. Oh, yeah. And then in between, we're going to Bluffton, across the river next week on Sunday.
Nice little town.
And we're doing something different. It's not Velvet Caravan. It's Eric and I, and then Jimmy, and we got Jackson Evans, who's a local guitarist. So we're doing a guitar showdown. So it'll be a mano a mano here. So there'll be all kinds of
guitar showdown in Bluffton.
There'll be all kinds of blood, guitar heroes kind of deal.
That sounds a little dangerous. Sounds dangerous, man.
So it'll be a different show than the show that Velvet Caravan does. It'll be different music.
But that's not far for people who are listening here in Savannah. That's easy enough to get up there.
Yeah. And if you miss the show on Saturday or because it's sold out and you didn't get your ticket, actually the three of us, Jimmy, Eric, and I, will be playing at the Ordinary Pop on Saturday night, just as a trio. So that's a fun place to go and have your beer and talk all you want and dance all you want to some of the stuff that we do.
We'll be covering the music of Ace of Base.
Ace of Base, yes.
Okay. Well.
No, next Saturday is the 18th. So that's kind of what's happening in the next 3 weeks, and we have some other stuff in future months and all that.
Excellent.
But
excellent. Well, again, we're definitely going to be having you back before your fall show here. We'll stay in touch about that. But good. All right. So you guys have got something else you want to hit us with right now?
We're going to do something that is, again, whoever is listening, you get this information and nobody else does. But we're working on this tune that we often play, but we're going to do it with one of the singers next Saturday. So we're going to do a instrumental version of it, but it's a song that I'm sure you all know. Needs no introduction.
All right. Velvet Caravan. Oh, yeah. Velvet Caravan doing Stevie Wonder. Yeah, you never know what they might come up with next. Okay, man, time is flying. All right, Eric, you wanna step up and say, hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. So people around here, I'm sure know you. You've been around a while.
That's right. Been here for 28 years.
Man.
Yeah.
28 years.
That's right. Moved here from Tifton, Georgia.
Tifton.
It's Tifton.
Ah.
He looks like he's 14, but behaves like he's 12.
I was going to say, if he moved here 28 years ago, I think it's when he was right after he was born, I think.
No, I'm 35, so I moved here when I was about 7.
Oh, well, that's very, very young.
Yeah.
Very young. So you've been hooked up with these guys for, for a while, right?
Yeah. I, showed up to the B. Matthews and started jamming with Ricardo and Sasha. Pretty much, I mean, a little while after they had started, so.
All right.
Yeah, I've been around for a minute.
Good. Man, you've seen some changes here in Savannah over that period of time.
Yeah, it's changed dramatically since I was a kid.
Mostly for the better.
Oh, yeah, for the better, for sure.
Yeah.
Mostly, I mean, Tybee, I kind of miss the old Tybee.
Yeah. You got a point.
But, Tybee's my favorite place to go. I've been working out there for 14 years, so.
Where are you at out there?
North Beach Rentals.
Oh, okay.
It's right in front of North Beach Grill. It's the umbrella stand.
Right.
Yeah, it's a tough job, man. That's why I've been there for so long. I mean, waiting on my 401k.
Oh, man. Yeah. That's brutal. So has it always been the bass for you? Stand-up bass?
Pretty much. Well, not the upright bass, but pretty much. It's been bass for me since I was 18. But I started off with guitar. Like most kids do.
Yeah, sure.
And I saw Ben Tucker play after a jazz festival concert at the Marshall House, and I knew that's what I had to play. So
okay. Excellent. Yeah. It's a shame Ben's gone.
I know.
At this point, man. Too bad. But yeah, I'm sure he was an inspiration for a lot of people.
Oh yeah,
a lot of people.
A lot of kids my age. Oh, we all, that's who was like playing around all the time.
Yeah.
Tell
So.
them we're playing a tribute.
Oh yeah, and also I didn't know if we wanted to let that out of the bag, but
you're getting. Yeah, you guys are getting all the inside scoop today by listening to Savannah Lexicon on WRUU. I want you to know that. You're the only ones that's knowing this stuff at this point. Go ahead.
Well, we're at our concert at Trinity on the 16th. We'll be performing a piece by Ben Tucker. So. Yeah,
good.
We're pretty excited about that.
Good.
And I even get a little section where it's just the bass. So, which is awesome.
A solo.
So I'm going to go nuts.
You even practiced.
Upright bass solo. Excellent. All right. Good deal. Well, we are certainly glad you're still hanging around Savannah and providing us with.
They can't get rid of me here.
Well, and why would they want to? And why would you want to leave? Man, are you kidding me? The most beautiful city in the nation. All right. Good deal. Thanks very much.
Yep.
All right. So let's see. I'll tell you what. We've got, let me just ask you, we've got about 7 minutes. Mm-hmm. You think, should we do the music and then am I going to have a minute to speak, or should I speak first and close out with the music? I mean, how long is this going to?
No, it could take like 20 minutes for us to play once. No, whatever you want to do, man.
Maybe I better speak first in that case. Yeah, I'll just, let's see. I was going to mention a few things, but you know what? I don't necessarily really have to. I might forego. I will say this. Before our next show is going to be Valentine's Day. So by all means, as we come up to Valentine's, grab whatever sweetheart you got and have a good Valentine Day. Also, just to make note of a few things, Savannah Irish Festival begins the 17th and goes through the 19th. Savannah Book Festival is going to be running next weekend as well, 16 through 19. Stopover Music Festival is coming on the 23rd. No. That's not right.
It's March.
Yeah, that's not going to be to March. Forget that. Forget I said anything. Anyway, but a lot of good stuff coming up here in Savannah. And again, next week we are going to have, speaking of the book festival, we are going to have again the new director of the book festival here next Wednesday to tell us all about that. All right. I think have we taken care of everything we need to take care of, Keith? We'll close out. But we've done what we need to do, right?
Yep.
Okay. In that case, we're gonna let you guys. It's about 5 minutes to the end of the show, so we're gonna let you guys just close us out with some great music. Tell us again the 16th.
Yeah. Well, thank for having us.
Surely.
It's a pleasure. It's always fun to hang out with you and
appreciate that.
Come and play some music. But just to remind you that February 16, next Thursday, at 7:30 at Trinity United Methodist Church, you can get tickets at our website. That's VelvetCaravan.com. It's so far the only place to get tickets, or you can get them at the door as well.
Okay, yeah.
It's a little cheaper to get them on the website
and
anyway.
You want to make sure you get one ahead of time. So anyway,
yeah, tickets are selling pretty well.
Yeah.
It's limited seating. I think it's about 350 capacity, so that'll go quick. And we're going to bring a show that we've not done in Savannah yet, and it's new music, fun stuff, new stories.
Good.
And a lot of energy. So we hope to all see you there.
Absolutely.
We are going to close our show here with a song that we actually wrote. It was the first song that we ever wrote. And
good.
So it's Born in Savannah, and the name is Margaret.
Nice. Velvet Caravan. Velvet Caravan. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you, thank you.
This is WRUULP, Savannah, Georgia, 107.5 FM, WRUU.org. We are Savannah Soundings, community radio with global soul.
Speak to me, oh honey, speak to me. Lord, I'm so ashamed. Speak to me, oh if you only just speak to me. What I give to hear you.